Thailand is a country that's long been linked to drug trafficking, and in May, 2 young British women were arrested for drug-related charges after travelling to Thailand on holiday. Bella May Cully, an 18-year-old from County Durham, was arrested in Georgia for allegedly importing a large amount of narcotics into the Eastern European country. She has denied the charges. And 21-year-old Charlotte May Lee from South London was arrested in Sri Lanka after travelling from Thailand. Police allegedly found 46 kilograms of the synthetic drug Kush in her suitcases. She's insisted they were planted. Both cases have made headlines in the UK, although there's no indication that they are linked. A joint operation between the UK government and Thai authorities found that more than 50 British nationals have been arrested in the country for attempting to smuggle cannabis since July 2024. Joining me now is Christopher Stacey from Prisoners Abroad. Christopher, it seems like there is a big rise in cases like this. Do the figures bear that out?
They do. These arrests seem to be part of a worrying wider trend that we've seen in the last year alone. We supported nearly 250 people compared with about 150 last year. And in the last 2 months alone, we've already had nearly 100 new cases of people around the world, of which over half of those were drugs-related offences. So this does seem to be a particular trend that is on the increase.
Gosh, that's quite a big rise. So what's behind it, do you think?
Well, I think much of this, although not all, can be accounted for the legalisation of cannabis for personal use in Thailand. And what we're seeing is that is meaning that people are leaving Thailand with drugs on their possession and are then later arrested in other countries where those are illegal. And that certainly seems to be the case with both Bella and Charlotte's cases. And also in Thailand in particular, that's leading to a lot of arrests. Last year, we had over 50 people that we were supporting in Thailand compared to only about 20 the year before.
And Thailand now is talking about potentially tightening the rules on cannabis. Do you think that will make a difference?
Well, I think importantly, laws need to be applied and people need to follow the laws. I think what is really important for British people when they are travelling overseas is to recognise that there are lots of things you need to consider. The laws can be very different and it's important to understand what the penalties might be. And as a British person, they can be particularly harsh. And importantly as well, the prison conditions around the world can vary quite considerably. And many of the people that we support find themselves in prisons where the conditions fall well below the basic conditions set out in the Nelson Mandela rules. They're often severely overcrowded, there's a language barrier, and people are thousands of miles from home.
Yeah, it must be very difficult. And you support both those arrested and the families back home. How do you help them navigate what can be very different legal systems and also the very different prison conditions, as you were saying?
Well, I think an important thing for us is that our support is non-judgmental, so it is regardless of why somebody is there in prison, whether they have been convicted, whether they've just been arrested, whether they're maintaining their innocence or otherwise. As you mentioned, the impact on family is particularly important because it's not just the person that's in prison overseas, the impact on family who can feel incredibly isolated, really quite confused about the regimes around the world. So what we do is we provide practical support to both people that are arrested and their families. For families, it's about understanding and navigating that complex time. For people in prison, it's about sometimes providing just some really basic essentials. We provide